Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Real Talk with John and Rashad.
Yeah.
And we have on the line Jerod Hines.
Jerod Hines, the one and only.
Jerod, how you feeling today, man?
Oh, man, I'm maintaining, man. Taking a day at a time, man. I can't complain.
That's how we got to do it. Yes, sir.
Man, Jerod, I wanted to get you on because I've noticed all the positive things you have done in the community from your story. Give us a little bit of your background and where you came from and how'd you get to the point where now you're writing books, you're going to youth centers and speaking to the youth about the negativity in the drug game and trying to keep the kids on a positive level. Where did all that come from?
Oh, man, to be honest, man, we all grew up, man, in a small town, you know what I mean? And a lot of us made, bad decisions, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, it was, like I say, man, none of us had no silver spoon in our mouth.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of us ain't dummies either.
Yeah.
So, like I graduated, from Coatesville,
Yeah.
I played sports. I did it all, man, I went to college from high school, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But then, I just chose, man, I chose that fast life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes that fast life, we think, all the fame and the glory. We think all that is okay at the time, but then at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, when different consequences hit us, man, a lot of things change us.
Sure.
And, and that's basically what happened to me, man, It really just took me, basically one time to understand, something got to change.
Wow.
So you know what here was one of my biggest things I respect about you, Jerod, is that most guys when they go to jail and they come home, they can't handle being in the city where they done their stuff at. They can't handle being around what they used to be around without getting back into what they used to get into. It's like sometimes, like some people, they tell you you got to change your surroundings. You can't go back to the same city. Mm-hmm. But what I like about you is you come right back here with your family, right back where everybody is, and instead of going one way, you go the other way and reach out to the youth, reach out to the kids, got your own store, selling your jewelry, doing that positive thing. What made you start, where did you make the decision where you said you was going to come back and go on a positive road?
I mean, man, I was always a go-getter, you know what I mean? And I was always a trendsetter, you know what I mean? And we always was, we all might have been a follower one day in our life, you know what I mean? But I already knew once I became a man, I became a leader.
Word.
You know what I mean? So I already knew it don't matter what people, I walk on eggshells every day, you know what I'm saying? Because it only take one left turn, and I'm faced right back in the same situation.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
doubt.
Wow.
So, I can honestly say, man, I face trials and tribulations every day, man. People talk, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I hear what people talk because I'm respected, you know what I mean? And that's the whole thing. When you respect it, people going to come back to you regardless and say
that's right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So everything going full circle. So my whole thing was, man, my family's here for one.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? My children's here for two. You know what I mean? And number three, I had to sell myself. You know what I mean? I already knew once I faced any interview that came amongst me, I was going to get the job. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, man, everybody always feel as though that, that when you come home or whatever and you're a felon, you know what I mean, that you can't work or you ain't going to get no job. That's BS. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because one thing I learned, man, just like you can sell whatever else you want, you know what I mean? You can sell yourself.
Mm-hmm. That's what I wish people understand that right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, we got to get you really, man, that right there means so much to brothers who are in similar situations, come from where we come from, who've done things now. If they can see you, that's why we just so glad that you can use this platform and to tell your story. Could you tell us about, tell us about your book and where we can get it and what to expect, how is to read, what it's about, the title and everything?
Yeah, the thing about, man, the book, man, honestly, man, the book is just another part of being an entrepreneur, man, for one. You know what I mean? It's just another hustle, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
One thing I learned, man, is the game don't change, man. You just got to change the product.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it don't even matter, man. But what basically, man, my book, man, was just my incarceration, man, my past trial and error. You know what I'm saying? Like disloyalty amongst childhood friends.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And other authors, man. You know, like Yusef Woods, Brother My Brother series, The Hustler's Wife by Vicky String, you know, True to the Game, Terry Woods.
That's right.
The Coldest Winter Ever, Sister Soldiers, Final Goins series. Like, yeah, like Data Jones, man, that, you know what I mean, really made me, man, you know, put that pencil. You know, a pencil became my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because we all got stories to tell. Like, we all got a book in us.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
Everybody got a book in us, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, and then one thing about, you know, me, man, you know, once I, you know, it was so much disloyalty, man, you know, coming up, man. It ain't as bad as it is now, but it was there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, but everybody accepts it, man, until something bad happens to somebody. You know what I mean? You know, everything is all peaches and cream, man, to hit home, until it hit somebody close to you. You know what I mean?
You're right about that.
Yeah, but, man, it's like, you know, like the game, man, is the game, man. Like, I'm a work in progress, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not no saint. You dig me? Like, I'm not that dude that's going to come out here in front, fake it, and none of that. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't cut from that cloth.
That's right.
But at the same time, like, I'm a work in progress. That's what I say. You know what I mean? Because, like you said, I walk on eggshells every day. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, and that's what I say when people say you changed, this, that, no, I'm a work in progress, man. I'm still working every day.
See, I think that's why it's good that I think that's why the youth can look at a guy like you and they can see it, because they don't want like a guy like me. I came up playing basketball all my life, and I was never into that life, so I can tell them not to do wrong, but they don't want to hear it from me. They want to hear it from somebody who actually lived it, who actually knows what it is. You know what I mean? Like you said, they still look at you and they say he's still respected, even though he's not going in that lane anymore.
Yeah.
He's respected now that he's doing his book. He got his store. Like I say, it's the hustle is not just about the illegal hustle. It's about hustling yourself. Your book, not the board. Everything's a hustle.
The game don't change, it's the product.
It's the product.
That's right, man.
Change the product, the game's still the same, man. You know what I mean? But like I always tell the kids, man, you know, the youth, man, like my main slogan, man, is the same thing make you laugh, will make you cry. You know what I mean?
Word.
And when I give that to them, I always have to repeat that when they cry. You know what I mean? Because I always see it. You know what I mean? Like, they might be disrespectful at first because they don't know you, and then they do a little background on you. They try to test you. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no different from anybody else. You know what I mean? But they children. You know what I'm saying? So they got to be put in a place where they try you or not. You know what I mean? And, you know, I let them ride a lot, you know what I'm saying, until they really, you know, they see what type of dude I really am. When I sit them down and I find where that pain really coming from. You know what I mean? Because, trust me, like, one of these kids, man, these kids be hurting inside. You know what I mean? So when it come out, the way it come out, you know it's pain. You know what I mean? So us, as thoroughbreds and as old heads, we supposed to be the ones that try to dissect that pain and try to see what's really wrong. Like, what's really wrong. And that's how the kids end up respecting you in the end. That's why they love me to death. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to figure out, yo, you good? Like, what's really wrong? Like, you wake up, the way they come into school, man, you can tell if they had a bad night. You know what I'm saying? You can tell if they ate breakfast.
And who knows what that night was about. That night could be anything these days.
That's right. That's right. And, man, I wish I would have seen, man, when I spoke to the youth and they brought the youth out the detention center, you know, on the strength of, you know, me speaking, man. You know, they don't bring kids out to detention centers, man.
Not at all, man.
You know what I'm saying? They had female and males there, man. You know, I did a skit because I feel as though sometimes you have to show action to a child. Like, sometimes you got to do skits. You know what I mean? You know how you go and you might see a play live in New York, or it's different. It's like reading a book and watching a movie. The book is way liver.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So what I brought a bag of my legal work, man. You know what I'm saying? It was just one bag out of 5 bags. I still got my legal work. You know what I mean? From all the pain that I fought when I was in the penitentiary, when I came home, I still got all my legal work. I put a bag of legal work in one trash bag. I put a mirror on the wall, you know what I mean, and I had all the kids lined up against the wall. I had them pick up that bag, and I had them look in that mirror, man, you know what I mean, one by one. And I told them to put the bag over their shoulder, you know what I mean, and none of them understood until I finished, and I said one thing. I said, if you don't change your life, this is going to be you walking out of prison. You know what I mean? And I made them look in that mirror. You know what I'm saying? I said, that's going to be you.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I said, I know it ain't easy. Trust me, it ain't easy. It ain't easy for me. You know what I'm saying? But I struggle, man. I try, man. And once you try, that beats any failure, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right, man. You're right, brother.
Yeah, it beats them, man.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm so mesmerized, man. You know, from hearing you speak and hearing your story, man. This is exactly why I knew we had to get you on. We had to get you on our show. I just feel like this is what our community is missing.
Yeah.
Somebody who's not going to do anything but just be honest and tell it how it is. The truth of the matter is that some of these kids got problems.
Yeah.
Some of these kids don't have fathers, and sometimes they need to hear it real. But like you say, they can see you.
Yeah.
Went to jail, came home, speaking to them. It's motivation in a different way. And like you say, when they check your resume, they say, okay, this guy was really for real. It wasn't like he was playing. He was really for real. And if he can turn his life around, then what it does is it gives them hope. And you know what, man? It's all about hope. It ain't about what they're doing right now. It's always about hope.
Yeah.
And as long as they got hope, man, we can always continue to push them, man, because you know what we're doing is we give up on our kids too early nowadays.
Exactly.
Teenagers are going off the wall. We done with them. We don't
have
no more
time.
Them, man.
Yeah.
We don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
That's why, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, if we got daughters, man, like, it's hard to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? You know, but we got to at least try, man. You know what I'm saying? But we need the support from the mothers too, man.
And,
you know what I'm saying?
And the major point is what I'm digging about this. See, you don't and you haven't let people keep you where you were.
Yeah.
You're going where you're supposed to be.
That's
and
right.
if we can get that kind of message to anybody who has been anywhere, because all of us got whatever it is in our closets, but we don't have to stay there.
Exactly.
And that's what if we can get that message to our young boys and young girls, you don't have to stay there. Wherever there is, there's still a better way, man. And you really are embodying that for us, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, you absolutely right, man. You know, like I tell the kids every time, I say, man, listen, man, I ain't got no problem with crying. You know what I mean? You know, and a lot of dudes, and a lot of dudes, man, you know, a lot of dudes, man, that's what they felt. That's what they felt to understand. I ain't got no problem with crying, man. You know what I'm saying? Because when I cry, man, I know where I'm crying from, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it be pain, man. You know what I mean? You know, and a lot of people, man, they would never understand, man. You know, like even the time when I got sentenced in the courtroom, I said, you know what? It's curtains, man. Like something got to change, man.
Wow.
When I look back and I see my mom crying, man, I'm like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like, this thing real. You know what I mean?
Real.
Like 135 months, I say, I don't know what that means. You know what I mean? Like, 1999, 135 months, I don't know what that means.
I remember that.
You know what I mean? 11 years, 3 months, man. Yeah, that's what that equals.
Yeah,
you know what
brother.
I mean? And, you know, man, that's what I said, man. When you drop manly tears, man, you know, you got to learn from them, man.
That's right, man. And
you know what I'm saying?
That pain is the same thing now and becomes your power.
Exactly.
Turn it over on the other side, man.
Jerod, listen, man, I don't want to hold you too long. We only got a few minutes on the show. Don't wrap it up. Here's what I want to do. Let the people know where they can follow you on Twitter. And let them know where they can contact your book, because I believe if anybody's listening to this show and anybody have any kind of nephews or nieces or anything, I believe that they're going to right now, they want to check out your book and follow you.
You know what? I'm gonna break it down. Let me break it down real quick, right?
Okay.
Like my book, like even to the youngsters that get a hold of it, if they mom ain't looking or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. My thing is, man, like my book ain't to be glorified. Okay. My book, like, I want somebody to learn from it or ask questions about it. You understand what I'm saying? Because part 2 is even more fire. Okay. You know what I mean? Yeah, so it's like, man, I got a lot of things in work, man. You know what I'm saying? I love support, and I'm so glad, man, that y'all let me, man. Y'all gave me my shine, and my thing is supporting y'all, too, man.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, just like the back of my book, man, it's like I'm going to run through the synopsis real fast, man, so people can understand. Like, you know, it's Wrath of the Suburbs, The Weakest Link by Jerod Hines. Tommy Lee Treadwell's mission is to beat the odds in a small suburban town through the links that was practiced and taught through his family lineage. Prior to him overturning a 15-30-year sentence in Pennsylvania's penal system. Can T trust the old links? Do they need to be polished, fastened, and resealed? Or was the order and loyalty still set in the hearts of his old team? Can T really abandon the drug game with his younger brother Shorty still standing on the street, standing on the code of honor? Or will territorial zones keep his blood pumping, causing him to want his throne back through intellect and violence if need be? This story only can be told by a person